Designer labeling or something cool to scrap with. Don't throw them away. Let's use them. Those branding strips. This is Strip Tease, the scrapbook way. Hi everybody, it's Kathy, and we are using our branding strips for banners this month. So I am going to be using some of those fuzzy cut items there that you can see on here, which I will cut out off screen. You don't need to be watching me do that today. And we're using our banner strips. As I said, these strips here are from my great big collection of, look at them, too many of them. What am I going to do with them all? I know, I'm going to get creative with them. They are the branding strips from Papers. So I am using Scrapbook Fantasy Papers today. So I'm just using Scrapbook Fantasies branding strips, except for this bottom one, which has phrases on it, which I'm also going to incorporate into the banners, but I just wanted the words off there. All right, so as I said, I'm going to be cutting out these icon bits. Look at the beautiful papers, aren't they gorgeous? It's Traveler's Journal. Alicia at this time still has some in the shop. I'll put a link down below for you all. I can't guarantee how long that's going to be, but look at that. Isn't that pattern just beautiful? It's just gorgeous. The colors are so beachy. I just love them. If you want some of these, I would go there and get them as soon as possible because they are selling out and she is not reprinting. So, like she said, she's in the business of selling, not hoarding. So go and check them out. And really, they are such good quality and beautiful colors and rich and perfect. Look at this wood grain. Isn't it just gorgeous? It's just scrummy. I love, love, love it. Okay, so I am using a 1-inch frame as always. Let's get straight into it. I'm putting down that beautiful, that mottled, marbled paper as my background, and then I'm going to use my wood grain as one of my feature squares, and I'm cutting that down to 8 3/4 by 8 3/4, and then I'm going to do it also with this side, the 8 3/4 by 8 3/4 with this beautiful mixed media background. Isn't it just stunning? Like the colors are just so beautiful and they just fit together so nicely. I just like it. Because it is such good quality paper, I can use my distress tool quite quickly, as you can see here. Yes, I have sped it up, but it is a quicker distressing because of the quality of the paper. It just roughs up beautifully. So I'm adding in the distressing here just because I want to have some more detail in my layout and just texture, because I want it to feel that rich earthy feel to the layout. So scuffing up all of your paper allows for that to happen. So it's just going in bit by bit, as you can see. Even my main base mat I am scuffing up. Now I did contemplate gutting this paper because I just love that pattern. Isn't it just beautiful? Look at it. It's so lovely. But I have to confess, I am a paper junkie. I love, love, love paper, and I think I have about 10 pieces of this, if I'm honest with myself. Go through all my collections and pieces of paper that I have lying around. I'm pretty sure I've got quite a few pieces of it, so I'm right. So I don't need to actually gut this one. I am going to just go around each of the edges now with my gathered twigs. That is my preferred ink color to put around the edges. I like to distress with that color. It gives a natural vintagey feel. It also just complements most colors that you use when you're scrapping. So gathered twigs would be my best recommendation if you're looking for one to start with. I also like scorched timber, so they would be my preferred for any layout because they just blend naturally and they give that natural smokiness to your page. All right, so let's get started. I am putting down my base one edge at a time so it doesn't ripple. Get your words out, Kathy. All right, I'm not having good luck today with my words. They're not working for me. Not helpful at all. Now, there are beautiful icons on the back of that. Look at that. It's just amazing. They are fussy cut, but I need that piece, so it's just going to go down. I'm going to put the mottled mixed media to the back, and then I'm going to bring the wood grain to the front, and you'll see why. Now, just to add a little bit more interest, I'm going to stencil through with my gathered twigs with this heart. Look at the yummy scrummy colors on that stencil. That is something MK taught me. necessarily remove the colours off your stencil if you're only inking, because it actually does add more colour and more interest to what you are doing. So I've put some hearts around just on the 3 spots there. You probably won't see most of it by the end, but it's just another little bit of layering and texturing. So this, once again, is another photo of my daughter when she was riding Disney. That's the name of the horse there. When we were overseas, this was in Port Vila, Vanuatu, and she was living a dream. She was riding a horse on the beach that she's always wanted to do, and she was fortunate enough on one of the excursions to be able to do that. So I am going to, as you see, I did contemplate putting that darker turquoisey one in behind, but I didn't think it was going to match perfectly, so I chose not to. The reason I went with that turquoisey was because in her shirt she's got the turquoise with her applique on that shirt, so I decided that might have been an okay option, but it ended up not being. So I've gone with the black to pick up the black in her shoes, to pick up the black shades throughout the photo, and also to give it a little bit of a pop onto the layout. Now, I found this little metal hinge. I remember back in the early 2000s, when metal hinges were all the rage. Well, I thought this worked nicely with this layout, so I'm going to add it with the brads in a moment, and I'm just going to have that as another piece on the layout, and I like it. I think it just suits nicely, like it's holding that photo onto that wood grain. So I am cutting my branding strips into 2-inch lengths, and they're going to become my fishtail banners. Now, I know some people like to use one as a template because they can't, like their OCD kicks in, but I'm not that way oriented. I just pinch my end and I cut that triangle in. I use a guesstimate about how many millimeters I'm taking it up, and I take it up about 3 or 4 millimeters, and that allows me to create a fishtail banner quite readily onto these little tiny strips, or any piece of paper really. If you fold it in half and then cut your triangle, you're going to get a fishtail banner. So I'm just quickly cutting all of those into play because I'm going to use them, as I said, for my banner, and that was the cue for this strip tease this month. Now, I am a little bit late in getting this up, but that's okay. I love that we have playlists because we can add to the playlist at any time, and I'm happy with that. I do try to get on top of things, but life, it gets in the way. Got to live as well as a scrapbook, and sometimes, as much as I'd love to be on top of everything, that's just not going to happen in my world, and I'm okay with that. So here I'm just planning out where I'm going to have it sitting. I'm going to have a banner run across the top here, the top of this thing. I will play around with it to get the right configuration and the right feel for it. I don't like a straight banner necessarily. I do like one with a curve. It's a bit more natural, like it's blowing in the wind, that you're going to see it in the air at a fair, given that I'm in charge of banner coordination for school events. This is what I get to do most of the time. So I like my banners to be flowing and fluttering. So I try to get that effect on the layout. Now, how I'm going to fix it to the layout, this is where it becomes a little bit interesting, because I don't want it just to be stuck on. I actually want it to be a bit of a feature. So I am going to loop it over my string here. So I've got some white yarn. Well, it's not yarn actually, it's bit string. It is jute, it's white jute. And I'm going to have my fishtail banner hook over the top of it. And the way I do that is I'm going to put down my double-sided tape on the strips. I'm going to put it into the right order that I want it, and then I'm just going to play with it. And how I do that is I take the strip off, fold over the top, and let it fold over the top of the string and attach to the back, and that allows me to adhere it in 2 spots, which is over the rope and onto the back of the white tag as it's finished, as you can see here. And look at that, I just love it, and it's got that movement because of the string. That's very important. I like to have that movement happening, and we don't want too much mess happening with our banners. We want them to sit nicely on our page. So that's what I'm doing here. And now that I've done the bulk of that, I'm going to be able to play with it on the layout, as you can see here. That's giving me that wavy feel that I was after. Now I am going to stick them down because they've still got the double-sided tape on the other side, and that allows it to adhere in place, and I'm not so worried about the string because I can then play with it now that that's in place, as you can see. And I love that the hinge is just popping out there through the background. So before I move any further, I'm going to put the brads through so that that hinge is now a finished part of the layout. I will put washi tape to the back of these brads here because when I put them into the album, I don't want it catching and I don't want it damaging the pages underneath. So that's a little tip and trick when you're using brads. Don't forget to put your washi tape over the top. Not my idea. I learnt that from somebody else. I watched that on a video. I can't remember who it was, but originally. But lots of people do it, and it's really good, and it does keep your pages from being destroyed. All right, so that's my top banner. Now I want a second banner on the layout because I want it sort of like it's flowing across the layout. So I'm going to put another one down here to the bottom, and that's just another detail and adding some more depth to this layout. Now, as I said, this was when we were in Port Vila. It was a very hot day that day, like 86% humidity. It was a very, very hot day. And all of us were melting away. We're not that type of. So I'm touching it now to the final stages here, putting this banner over the same way, looping it over. This is just a little trick to get your banners working. So as I was saying, it was 86% humidity. My daughter was lucky enough. She was riding a horse and went into the surf. I, on the other hand, went right up into the country, into the tribal lands, and it was so steamy and so hot. It was a very good experience, a very good day at Port Vila. Very poor township, very poor country, recovering from all the cyclones and local unrest and so forth. But it was a nice visit and it was a great experience. But I was grateful to get back on the ship. I can tell you where it was air conditioned and cool. I like hot, but that was hot. That was actually like tropical hot, and that's very, very moist and hard to breathe and so forth. So I like it. I do. I love my summers, but that was an extreme. So there you go. I've just adhered that tape in. You can see how that goes. You'll see me put those brads in there to hold that one, and I love how that's looped around there casually, like the string is hanging. So I did say I was going to use this branding strip here with the words on it to create another set of banners down here, but I had to play with it for a little bit because I wasn't happy with how it was sitting, and you'll see as the layout progresses how that transforms. So I'm going to put down this one word which says remember, because I wanted her to remember this day. She was so excited, but she was very nervous because I wasn't going with her and she was going on her own. But then we met some friends that we knew, and it's really funny because they are people that we know external to the cruise, and they were there on the cruise, so they were doing the horse riding as well. So she felt a lot better because she knew somebody going forward. All right, now I am now going to start embellishing, and I had fussy cut out all those things. Remember I told you I was going to fussy cut them off screen because you didn't need to see me sitting there fussy cutting away every single piece of ephemera that I was going to add to this page. So I've got the flip-flops, I've got a fern leaf, I've got a hat, I've got her sunglasses. I've put over to the side here a clock and the globe, and I've added in a camera because, you know, that's what you do when you're a tourist. You take a million photos. I'm using chippy strips to pop that up. They're a great eco-friendly way of popping up your items on your layouts, and they just sit beautifully underneath and give a solid base. They're from Scrapbook Fantasies as well, if you wanted to check those out. Popping in my butterfly there, and you can see how my cluster's building up its height. I have these little tags here like the ship, and that looks like the anthem of the seas because that's what we were on, so I just tucked that one there. I've put in this little word banner here which says today's, oh, what does it say? Today's story, that's what it says. And it says not all who wander are lost, which is so true. and then the other one is special memory. So you can see I made a 3-tail fishtail hanging down from that banner at the top. I did put in 2 more brads to put that like nail heads for that banner across the top there, like it's going into the wood grain. And I'm just going to put a little floral cluster here to the top around there, so that that banner is not just sticking there in nowhere, no man's land for no reason. I just think that it needed a landing point there, so I'm going to build that cluster into place. And I am going to pop up some florals on the chippy board so that it will you know, just pop up there and give it dimension and add some more detail to that cluster. All right, so I like how this is coming together. This has turned out to be quite a cute little page. I actually like it. I like the fishtail banners. See, so don't throw those branding strips away. You can see there that it's created banners everywhere. I've got all of those fussy cut pieces in, and look at those banners. Don't they look great? And they're all just from branding strips, everybody. So please don't throw them away. Just get creative with what you can do with them. There's lots and lots of things, and this hop is always great for that. The girls that play along, oh, unbelievable creativity. Some of them, you know, like amazing what they do with them. So go and check them out. There is a playlist that I'll have linked down below, and you'll be able to check out everybody. You know, leave a little bit of a love. A thumbs up is great, but a comment is better. I know that takes time, and I know that's difficult if you're watching on TV, but, you know, open up the video on your mobile device later on down the track and just leave a little comment, because YouTube is actually looking for the interactions. So, you know, they want to see that our subscribers are active. They're not just sitting there passively watching, that they're actually putting some active likes and comments and hypes into our videos. That's how we're getting promoted. That's how they're pushing us out. And I really would love to be pushed out further. So I appreciate every single one of you who comes and watches. And I do wholeheartedly appreciate everything that you guys take from my videos, and leave me comments. It's so nice to actually interact with you all. I get a bit of a buzz talking to you all and getting ideas from what you say when you give me your feedback, because that's really important as well. So I'm just adding in my finishing touches. You saw that I did the faux stitching. Now I'm adding in some Nuvo drops. You know I love some Nuvo drops on a layout. And I also put some dimension magic on the lens of the camera so that it looks like a real lens and gives it that focal point. So there's my layout using branding strips for this month. I really do like it. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Do you think I hit it well? Did I get those banners happening? Well, that's more banner strips being used up, more branding strips, sorry. And you can see there, not all who wander are lost. And that is so, so true. This is a great way of using up those branding strips. You know, create banners. That's easy, simple, but look at the branding strips, all the colors, and they just match so beautifully. That's because they're all from the same, you know, the same designer, just on purpose. But I do mix and match all the time, as you've seen in my layouts. Don't throw them away. Let's use them. Get into the striptease way of using our branding strips. Here it is, up close and personal. Love those banners. This is the full layout. What do you think, guys? Did I hit it? Give me a like, give me a hype, and if you're new, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thanks, everybody. Here's my next video for you, and I'll see you there real soon.